What's up, guys and ghouls? Welcome to another episode of Living Dead Garage, where we bring the dead back to life. A while ago, we got old Beetlejuice here back on the road, and I think it's about time we bring her to the Iola car show, which is one of the biggest car shows slash swap meets in the country, honestly. So what we need to do here is do some cosmetic work on Beetlejuice here. I need to run a comb through everything mechanically, mainly the brakes. The brakes do work, but the master cylinder, it sticks. You push the pedal down and it stays down, and you kind of have to use your foot to pull her back up, and which is fine, but with driving almost 2 hours, I don't want to risk, losing brakes out of nowhere. I don't want to end up in the back of one of these anytime soon. As cool as that would be, I want to be in the driver's seat. So I'm going to show you what we're going to get into here. So as you can see, the hood has been painted a flat black at some point before I got it, and the rest of the hearse is satin black. And if you saw the earlier episodes, there was an atrocious looking tacky flaming skull along the side. I didn't really like that, so I sanded it off. I think it's going to be a lot better. But I did add some green ooze coming from the chipped off body, or bondo if you will. I added some around the door handles, the sill plate, the mirrors, just to give it some of that creepy, oozy Beetlejuice, feel, vibe, whatever you will. Also, the back door is that same flat black. I also did this side. I'm actually really happy with how that turned out. I will show you how I did that. So what I did was, I took some fluorescent green spray paint, and I sprayed it in a cup, and I added some paint thinner reducer, kind of watered it down a little bit, and I just took this little goddammit right here, dip it in there, and just boop, 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 and just let it run down naturally, just how the rust has been doing all these years, and turned out great. Exactly what I was going for. So with that being said, we're gonna use Vice Grip Garage Shine Juice and go over the entire car, give it some shine, and it will blend in this flat black along with the satin and make this thing a little more shiny, which I'm not too worried about shiny, but I'd rather not repaint the hood and the back door. It'd be a lot easier just to do the shine juice. I did a little test spot here. As you can see, that blends it in just perfect. So I am going to set her up on a tripod and start wiping some of this stuff on. I have used this in the past. It's really good stuff. No sponsorship or nothing. I'm just supporting another YouTuber. Derek is a great guy. Has some good products. Check them out. Anyway, I'm going to get to her. All right, so what you're going to need is your shine juice, a cup, a rag, or scrap a t-shirt, a sock, whatever you got on hand. Doesn't really matter as long as it's clean. Take your poor man's clear coat. You're not going to need much. This stuff goes a long way. And it's as simple as dipping it in and wiping it on. I want to go ahead and do half of the hood, do a side-by-side comparison. To get my rag a little more wet here. Now this stuff you can do your trim, everything, it doesn't matter. And this is not for newer cars with good paint jobs, obviously. This is just for old junk, like pretty much everything I own. Oh, you can really see somebody did an absolute horrible job sanding on this. I don't know if this hood had like some paint on it or something, or a sticker. Somebody just took a frickin' death wheel to it and horribly gouged the hood, but that's fine. It adds to the feng shui of old Beetlejuice here, all rotten and beat up and whatnot. Super easy application. I'm hoping this paint doesn't suck this in to where it just ends up fading again right away. But the beauty of this stuff is you can apply it over and over and over again as many times as needed. It is not a permanent coating. It will wear off after so many months, depending on weather conditions. If you just let it sit outside all the time, bake in the sun, it's obviously not going to last nearly as long as if you were to keep it inside. You're going to want to go on even strokes so it doesn't look all uneven and blotchy. Wow. So far, so good. I'm going to start hitting the fender. Now this stuff is designed to preserve the patina. So if you got paint that's flaking off and rust, this is going to help encapsulate that so it does not rust furthermore. Wow, yeah. Very happy with that. Very nice. You can see the fender there in comparison to the door. That looks very nice. I'm going to go ahead and wipe down the rest of this unit. And then we'll do a quick walk around, see how she looks. Time lapse, engage. Wow. I'm very impressed with that. Sure, once we get it outside, it's gonna really shine. As you saw, I went over all the chrome and stuff too, door handles. Now that I'm looking at it, I should probably go over the top, but somebody did bed liner, and this is very rough, so I'm gonna have to get like a paintbrush or a paint roller, because wiping that on with a rag is gonna be like wiping Velcro. So, also Derek does offer aerosol can application for the shine juice, which would be perfect for that, but I don't have any of that right now. I might just leave it to fade it, I don't know yet. I'll ponder on it, but yeah. Super happy with that. I gotta shine up the wheels and tires. They've been baking in the sun for months. Right now I'm waiting on brake master cylinder to show up at some point in the mail today, and then we'll go on to replacing that. And like I said, I got to run a comb through this, make sure all the lights work, and then stab her down the road, because I only drove this 20 miles since I got it running, so I really need to put her to the test before we try and, you know, drive almost 2 hours to Iola. All right, it has been a day or 3 later. We are on to the process of replacing the brake master, which I have already done. And also I had ended up having to do the front calipers. The front driver bleeder screw was snapped off by the previous owners, whatever, big surprise. So I just went ahead and replaced both sides. You know, might as well. Brake calipers and pads and stuff are best replaced in pairs if you want to do things right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and start bleeding the brakes and put this thing back on the ground and take it for a test drive. See, we got our brand new master cylinder, looking good. Got a brand new caliper on this side and that side. Now I'm solo today, so I'm gonna have to use Thing here to push the pedal for me as I bleed them. So I'm gonna get that set up and we'll start bleeding. All right, brake bleeding is pretty simple. What I like to do is get a little water bottle, get yourself like I think that's a 1/4-inch hose or something like that. Shove it onto your bleed nipple, giggity. And that way you can catch all your fluid and not make a huge mess on the floor, and in this way it's easier for you to watch for bubbles. So, all right, Thing, you ready? All right, down. Okay, had a minor setback, had to replace the rubber brake lines. It was pushing fluid through with the pedal, but it wouldn't let fluid back through, so we were having an issue there. So I had to replace those, otherwise we're going to have calipers hanging up and we're going to burn the pads and warp rotors, blah blah blah. So alright, let's give this another shot. Alright, Thing, down. If I can get my wrench on there. Yeah, get all that air out. Okay, up, down, more air, up, down, up, down, up, down. Look at that. I guess you are more useful than just scratching my nuts, huh, Thing? Oh, motherfucker! Well, I wish I could have said that, or I wish I could say that went well, but I got it all bled. and got it back on the ground, and the front driver caliper was bad out of the box. It would clamp and would not release. It was just hanging on for dear life. So first time that's happened to me, having a caliper bad out of the box, but hey, it happens. But I think the only thing that's left to do is take it for a test drive, make sure the brakes work good. What do you think, Bones? Want to go for a ride? I'll take that as a yes. Well, good morning, guys and ghouls. Today is the day for the Iola car show. I'm joined by my beautiful wife today, Sarah. And yeah, we're all packed up. We're going to hit the road. I'll update you if we have any issues. Hopefully not. So, let's go. Well, guys and ghouls, we officially made it. They had a spot saved for us and everything. Only had one issue on the way. Alternator belt is wrapped around the fan, so I'm gonna have to try and find a replacement for that, hopefully. Alright guys and ghouls, we got the belt off. We're gonna search the old swap meet here, see if we can't find one. Otherwise there's probably a part store like what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, about that.
Okay. But we have a huge swap meet to go through, so we'll be at this for a while. Whoa, look at this Mercury. Very nice. Yeah. It is a Plymouth Fury. I thought it was a Belvedere. That's pretty almost suspiciously coincidental. Oing. Well, guys and ghouls, we got lucky. We found two belts and one of them is going to work. We just have to loosen this bolt down here, adjust the alternator, throw that puppy back on, and we're good. And it cost us $5 for 2 used belts, so can't beat that. Better than a hardware store. Yeah, we're gonna get this on here, and this place is already starting to clear out, and we're probably gonna end up making our way out of here eventually too. Look at that, good as new. It's a Goodyear, and part number, where is it? S420, and the other one was a 420, so it's the exact same size. The chances, yeah, 420, just a sign from above. And we were walking her through the swap meet, and Jeff goes, let's go down this aisle, I have a good feeling. We found 2 belts, one of them was correct, and we met Steve from Build Season.
Yeah.
Gave us a couple stickers, he's a cool dude. Subscribe to his channel, Build Season, on YouTube. Alright guys and ghouls, we're heading out. It was a great time, we had a lot of fun. Got the belt on, hopefully we can make it home. We'll update you if we have issues, or we'll see you when we get back home. Well, on our travels home, everything was going well, and as we were going through town, we're going past a graveyard, and I look over and there's a cop sitting there, and I am speeding, doing probably 35 and a 25, and of course he flips his lights on, so I did the right thing and pulled into the graveyard and had a nice conversation with the cop. He was really cool about it, had all my paper and insurance in line, thankfully, and he was a good sport about it, let us go with a verbal warning, and we were on our merry way. Unfortunately, he forgot to give me my ID back, so he's going to be sending that back to me in the mail. And unfortunately, I thought I had hit record while this was going on, but I did not, so I did not catch any of it. Therefore, I am just doing a quick commentary to fill you guys in. We'll see you when we get back to the shop. Well, guys and ghouls, we made it home. Besides getting pulled over, unfortunately, we lost the center cap. Dang it! These wheels aren't produced anymore, they're by Weld. I'm hoping I can get a replacement, even if it's used online. But yeah, other than that, excuse me, car ran and rode great, no issues. Definitely needs tires, and we have to fix the exhaust because we were breathing in carbon monoxide that entire ride. Probably not because of the holes in the floor pan or the exhaust coming out right underneath our seats. No, never, couldn't be. But yeah, major success. We will be back next year, so plan ahead, and we will at least be there probably Saturday next year for the Iola car show. It's a great time, one of the biggest swap meets in the country / car show. A lot of cool people there, a bunch of other hearses as you saw. But yeah, with that being said, I am going to stop the video here, and once again, this is Living Dead Garage, where we bring the dead back to life. We'll see you on the next one.